Welcome to Black Culture is Lit TV.
You see the glamour, but you didn't see the grind. I built this empire from nothing, and I own every piece of it.
Yeah, pull a hug, hop out, yeah, the whole squad lit. Cameras on, lights flash, yeah, we build like this. From the block to the big ring, we bring that fire. Black culture on the rise, taking it high. Hey, we outside, turn me up.
pas dans mes jobs là, nous, well.
Me chop on there.
When they come for the immigrants, they'll take them and then they'll come for the rest of us. Nobody is safe unless everybody is safe in this country.
Même si pas l'épaule.
Voilà. Nous, passeport dans mes jobs là, nous, well.
Me chop on there.
When they come for the immigrants, they'll take them and then they'll come for the rest. Unless everybody is safe.
Diab kaka papa. Moun yon bon malpropre passeport fait tintin. Niveau réduit en passeport. Moyen économie réduit en passeport. Après mandat job la bigam pas bilan nous. Moi m'a vinn à bilan. M'a penser haïtien qui travaille haïtien comme ça non papa. M'a penser haïtien te gen haine contre haïtien comme ça, nous égoïstes. Trop haine. Me diable qui ça? Kola guette maman nous. Ban chat ouin. Me diable. Ban pauvre nous n'a pas $10,000 sous canette. Niveau nous réduit avec un passeport. Ban grapiaille. Me diable. Diable kaka papa. Moun yon bon malpropre passeport fait tintin.
Notre partenaire ensemble avec mon professeur il y a pas qu'on là qui c'est là qui espace exactement. Yeah, et madame puis d'avoir tout pas un problème parce que si toutefois on pas gagner il y a faut OK.
make sure to tell him to let us know if he needs sanctuary. We'll try to find a place for him. We'll probably do something about us.
Can we ask him a question?
One of the things that I like to actually do, and I give this out, I like for people to do this so that you can actually, from the rip, you're actually able to go ahead and get a strategy. It's one of my prompts that I put in.
Are still here, and Trump supporters are furious. They want to know where the buses, where the planes. Well, here's the part they just don't get. The United States has been recently sending roughly one deportation flight a month to Haiti. The last reported flight carried a little over 100 people. At that pace, trying to move 350,000 Haitians, whose TPS just ended, will take several centuries. Not 100 years, several hundred years. Now, we read in the paper that they want to do at least 2 flights a week, 250 people back to Haiti. Even if we use those numbers, at that pace, moving 350,000 Haitians who just lost their TPS will take 27 years. So why are those planes not landing? Why are those planes not going? Because basically Port-au-Prince is a war zone. Every plane that lands in Port-au-Prince gets shot at by gangs. The captains and stewardesses and everybody else on this plane, they got nowhere to stay. They can't sleep on a plane. So all the planes are going to a much smaller airport in a different city called Cap Haitian. And the maximum the U.S. has figured that they can do securely is 2 flights a week. So ending this TPS, by the way, did not create 350,000 deportation orders that you can just go pick people up and deport them. Now, there are a few Haitians who have final orders of deportation. Those people are easy to move. But a vast majority, they all require a deportation hearing. They're all going to file for asylum when they get into removal. Those asylum cases are going to take years to process because the immigration courts right now are backed up by 2.3 million people. Now, is everyone going to win their asylum case in deportation from Haiti? Of course not. Everyone's going to say generalized gang violence, instability. That doesn't make asylum because you have to be persecuted personally because of a group you belong to. But all of these cases still need to be heard. These 350,000 Haitians, mark my word, are going to outlive Trump through 2028, right here. So what happens immediately? Well, TPS-based work permits have become invalid. 350,000 people have now been laid off. 350,000 people are not getting on a plane tomorrow. So you could end TPS overnight, but you can't create 350,000 final orders of deportation overnight. Thousands of flights, more judges, secure landing, capacity, all of that. And it's not politics, it's math and airport security and immigration law.
nous te mettre un vieux bagage, un vieux drapeau dans tête ou pour un bouteille clair, on fait caca. Nous prenons son vieux passeport n'a montrer. Vous n'avez pas de passeport, nous marions en amis, nous marions en frère, nous en sœur, nous en cousin, nous en cousine, nous là, nous mettons un dossier en dedans pour lui. Au lieu de nous chiter dans faire caca, ou bien si comme nous besoin de faire, cherchons un monde là, faisons un brasse. Réglons un bagage sérieux ensemble avec la vie, nous. On challenge, mais diable, mais diable.
Men diabla, 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 men diabla. Men diabla, 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 men diabla. Men diabla, men diabla, men diabla, men diabla, men diabla. Men diabla, men diabla, men diabla, men diabla. Men diabla, 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 men diabla. Men diabla, 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 men diabla. Men diabla, 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 men diabla.
Men diabla, men diabla, men diabla. C'est comme ça. L'autre haïtien a fauché haïtien qui te gen TPS États-Unis qui pas gen papier qui illégal dans moment là États-Unis. Ça veut dire nous pas gen rien pour nous faire monsieur. Nous monter sur internet là côté que moun a créé, moun a relé, moun qui gen 10 ans, 15 ans vivre États-Unis, qui gen pile chance pour yo déporter dans moment là. Nous monter sur internet là, n'a fauché moun sa yo. Est-ce que n'a jamais voyons latino à Fontaine comme ça, à monter à dire mais diabla, montrer passeport farouché moun. Nous pas les gens latino yo été connectés ensemble, yo été connectés. Nous même nous été na farouché na humilié haïtien pareil nous qui nan problème. C'est moment comme si moun nan down. Moun nan down parce que moun nan comme si investi dans pays, gen petit dans pays. Après 10 ans, 15 ans pour moun nan ouais que li capable déporter. Et puis là moun nan monter sur TikTok. Lui une vidéo qui dit comme ça, mais diabla, qui est-ce qui poste haïtien pareil? Yo, ça triste. Mais diabla. C'est comme ça, l'autre haïtien a fauché haïtien qui te gen TPS États-Unis, qui pas gen papier qui illégal dans moment là États-Unis. Ça veut dire nous pas gen rien pour nous.
see what he said. Hold up. I want to start him over.
On challenge.
Me diabla. C'est comme ça, l'autre haïtien a fauché haïtien qui te gen TPS États-Unis, qui pas gen papier qui illégal dans moment là États-Unis. Ça veut dire nous pas gen rien pour nous faire monsieur. Nous monter sur internet là côté que moun ap créé, moun ap relé, moun qui gen 10 ans, 15 ans vivre États-Unis, qui gen un pile chance pour yo déporter dans moment là. Nous monter sur internet là, n'a fauché moun sa yo. Est-ce que n'a jamais voyon latino a font tintin comme ça? A monter a dit men diabla montrer passeport fauché moun. Nous pas gens latino yo été connectés ensemble, yo été connectés. Nous même nous était na fauché na humilié haïtien pareil nous qui dans problème. C'est moment comme si moun nan down. Moun nan down parce que moun nan comme si investi dans pays, gen petit dans pays. Après 10 ans, 15 ans pour moun nan ouais que li capable déporter. Et puis là moun nan monter sur TikTok, li une vidéo qui dit comme ça mais diabla. Qui est-ce qui poste haïtien pareil? Yo, ça triste. Mais diabla. C'est comme ça l'autre haïtien a fauché haïtien qui te gen TPS États.
Okay. He didn't do it. But I'm telling you what he said. He said, how dare you been here all this time and you didn't get your passport. You knew ICE was coming. You knew it was temporary status. You knew what was going on. Why didn't you take care of your business? Allegedly. That's what I think he said. Tell me what y'all think he said. I mean, these folks is flexing on each other. And I put Black Americans in this situation. Like, when we do each other like that, we would. We would. Man. I just can't believe I took a nap, woke up, and I saw these videos of them flexing on each other. Crazy work. Crazy work. What is y'all thoughts? It said those Haitians should understand that they can still be denaturalized at any time. Yes, they can. And they too should be back in their home. And I know, and I saw the video yesterday. I was watching some videos, and it's beautiful over there. But the gangs, y'all, like they're shooting people. Like they can't walk past a certain area where they start shooting at each other. And then they've been shipping guns there, y'all. Like I just reported, they've been shipping guns for, know how long, how many groups been shipping guns. But this certain guy got caught. And so he's been doing it for 4 years. I just can't believe they flexing their passports on each other. I thought I saw it all. So, and it's plenty more videos, y'all. I just grabbed those because nobody's speaking English. They're speaking French. They're speaking in their language. So a lot of it you can't really understand. But I wanted to talk about something else because this brings me to another issue. Because like she said, their naturalization can't get revoked. So sometimes karma comes at you that way. You're laughing and passing, doing your passports and stuff, and then bam, they need denaturalize all y'all fools. But I don't know. I'm not going to pretend like I know. But I do know math, and I do know it's unrealistic, y'all, for them to fly 350 Haitians back, especially if they seek an asylum. Because I'm telling you, a lot of them are going to be in the courts for years. It's for years, way past Trump being in office. So maybe their best bet was to get the ankle monitor and ride it out. Unfortunately, they feel like it's dehumanizing, but dude, ninjas be on tethers every day. Come on, be on ankle monitors all the time. It's a part of American colonization. And I think too, I think too, I don't think Haitians believe that we was telling the truth. I believe that they didn't feel any type of racism that black Americans feel for them to behave this way because they're shocked. They're so shocked right now. And I feel bad for them that they are so shocked. But we can't look at all them Haitians, 350,000 people, and soon they're going to get shipped home. Some ardent citizens, some may become citizens, but like she said, that can get revoked. And Trump will do something like that. Do you think they believe us now that we've been fighting racism for the last almost 500 years? You think they believe us now, y'all? But I think a lot of them are going to try to fight for their cases. That's what I would do. I would fight, and however long it stretches out, whatever happens at the end, then I'll. But if I'm scared to go back to Haiti, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go either. But here's the bigger issue for me. What happens when immigration policy changes again? Because Trump only can go 2 more years, right, y'all? After that, the FBAs, the African Americans, they're gonna vote Democrat. Y'all know this is gonna happen. They're gonna get these same people who let them in, who let the pedophiles in, who let the sex traffickers and the child traffickers and everybody walking around like ain't nothing happening. Y'all know we going back to that, right? Y'all know it's going back to that. The sheep is coming back. Then what's gonna happen? So what happens when the immigration policy changes again? Because it's changing, y'all. That's why I'm gonna talk about it, but I'm not gonna shit on these people because they're still gonna be here with us. Hopefully this time they get it and they don't try to disrespect foundational Black Americans and our ancestors. Hopefully. Because if they came into this country legally, then become established, then eventually become citizens, that's a permanent change. That's why foundational Black Americans, we got to stay paying attention to immigration policies before somebody becomes a citizen, not after. Because look how close we almost missed birthright citizenship. Like if we wouldn't have caught on to these people up in our business trying to speak for us, we would have never thought that they were undermining us politically. So let's talk about the birthright citizenship. Because President Trump just issued an executive order in January 2025 seeking to restrict birthright citizenship for certain children born in the U.S. And the order specifically invoked the 14th Amendment Citizenship Clause. Now, he just signed the other day, he went around their ass. He went around them and still got it done. The issue went all the way to the Supreme Court, y'all. And then the Supreme Court, concerning the interpretation of the 14th Amendment Citizenship Clause and birthright citizenship, it got signed, y'all. Now, that is completely separate legal issue from TPS. But I think people need to understand why these conversations are connected politically. And it's important to foundational Black Americans. It's important, y'all. Because one conversation is who gets to stay, and another is who gets to become a citizen. And the other one is, what does American citizenship actually mean? Those are huge questions. So here's my angle as a Black American. And I'm going to bring it back to foundational Black Americans because I'm not going to sit here and tell us, excuse me, don't worry about it. You can't say that no more, y'all. Like my conversation, if you're not talking about issues that's happening in the world, like the trafficking, the COVID shot, the fake COVID, the um, just all the bad stuff, right? If you don't acknowledge that within the first 30 minutes of a conversation, I don't want to talk to you because you living in a unrealistic world. Get out my face. And definitely don't say nothing like, "Oh, don't worry about it. It's gonna all work itself out." Get away from me. You bring no value to us. You're asleep. I don't want to talk to you. So, we watch American policy shape our communities for generations, y'all. We watch laws change right before our eyes, feeling powerless. We watch all these demographics change, people coming over here, immigrants coming over here looking at us crazy. We watch our neighborhoods change, especially in New York. I hear them complain about it all the time. Just turned into a Caribbean factory out there. Like there's no original Black people living in New York too much anymore. We watch this political coalition change with the Democrats, how they every time it's something serious, these niggas want to march or they want to pretend like nothing's happening. So I truly, honestly believe with my platform, and it took a while for me to get a platform. I've always been this way. And I started notice people always wanted to silence me because they in this pretend world. You know, they'd rather vote for Kamala Harris and clutch their pearls and pretend she's a Black woman. I don't have any respect for you. After I hear that, it's like, get away from me. You're crazy. So I believe we have every right as a Black American, foundational Black American, to ask these people, where do we fit in into all of this madness that's happening? And I'm not saying that because I don't like immigrants. I really don't care. I've never met an immigrant and in my community, so they wasn't in my community. It wasn't. They didn't latch on or befriend or come into our community. So I don't know any immigrants. And I know that's like for a lot of us. We don't know any immigrants like that. I'm saying it because I believe foundational Black Americans should be thinking about our own interest, period. We need to step inside the box and close the door. Nothing but FBAs in there. And that's what we have to do right now. Because we don't have to hate on other race, Black people as far as immigrants. We don't have to hate on y'all to advocate for ourselves. But that passport flexing, I'm sure we would do it too. That's why I think it's funny. But that's the part people keep getting twisted. So when I saw this, I said, man, we're more alike than we are different in some ways. But the passport flex, it's funny, man. It's just why it caught my attention. Because some of y'all are online going, I got my Haitian passport. That is crazy. Or American passport, whatever passport they got. I don't think that's I don't know. Karma or something else. I'm going to stay out of that, okay? Congratulations to everybody who was smart enough to get their passport within the last 20 something years y'all been here. But baby, this is bigger than a passport flex because there are people who have been living in this country for years who are now sitting wondering what is going to happen to me. I don't truly honestly believe these people actually thought this day would actually come because if you saw the man fall on the ground, he fell on the ground as if I've done everything right except get my paperwork done. God damn it. How did I forget that? God, did everything right. You came over here. You didn't rob or steal. You worked hard and you still got to go home. That got to hurt. And it's really not a joke. It's really not Instagram entertainment either. That is somebody's job. And y'all, every day news is coming out. I think yesterday I heard that they are taking I forgot how many. I'm just gonna assume it's 100. Let's say I'm gonna say 50,000 medical licenses, like immigrants from Haiti. Like they're taking it away. Feather, feathers. I'm trying not to laugh because when I saw it, I was cracking up. But it's funny, but dang. So yeah, them people been living in this country for what 20 some years. Like they had no clue this day was coming. They did not see this day. And you know what? Because I watch a lot of these panels and how they talk and stuff. It's as if they've been given this script right when they get over here. Like stay away from the ninjas. You're better than them. You work hard. You do everything right. You're gonna get rewarded. And so they say, "Oh yeah, we don't. We're not black. We are better, right?" And then they did everything right and stuff, and they started messing with us. And then the white people say, "Oh, is them my ninjas over there not messing with them? Oh, they got to go. Y'all pissing off our real ones, or something like that." But what I'm trying to say is that I truly, honestly believe the Haitians got blindsided, and they were in this bubble of success because a lot of the things we've experienced since we're kids. Our parents had cars, our parents had houses, our parents had jobs. So a lot of this stuff is new to them, and I think um, sometimes you can get full of yourself, especially if you never had things. And I think that gave them some type of self esteem to say, "Well, I'm better than you. You're beneath me." And that was never really true. We just never really poked our chests out to get back with y'all. We just said, let y'all have it because y'all didn't understand the white supremacy part of it all. But now you do. They will turn their back on you whenever they feel like it, Haitians. And we've been trying to tell y'all that because I see people in these groups. They be they be telling y'all, and then y'all just didn't listen. So now y'all like, what's gonna happen to me? And it's not funny. But before you bought a house, before you had children, before you got that business, you forgot to get your paperwork together. I don't know how, but you did. And now y'all flexing on each other. They did gas them up. They absolutely. Yes, they did. Built false confidence. Yes, they did. And the sad part is that they truly, honestly did not know, though. That is the sad part. That's why I have a little empathy for them, because even though they were online calling us dusty and dirty and no culture and dumb and whatever, all they said all kind of stuff. I still had empathy for these people because I said, oh, you could tell how they were talking that they didn't know. They had no clue the these people that they was dealing with. Cause see, we know what we dealing with. Nobody knows them like we do. We know them better than they know themselves. Like I could crush a white woman to the point where she would shrink right before my eyes, which is why it's not good for me to work uh, in companies and things like that. You know, it's good for people like me to work for myself because nobody knows them like we do. And they didn't know them. They thought they knew them. They thought they was doing the right thing as we the new nigga. We the new ninja. We the new ninjas. We here. We're better than them. We work hard. We listen. We don't talk back. We want to be here. We the new ninjas. That's what they came over here for. That's what the Democrats brought them over here for. Because see, they can sway them. They can sway their votes. But it wasn't until we started noticing that they were dipping into our political arena. Oh, they don't need no reparations. Don't get them no oh, what? We was like, what? Oh, okay. We started to investigate Haitians in Congress, Jamaicans in Congress, uh, Africans running the Essence Festival. We like, okay, hold up. They infiltrating us for the last 20 years, though. So these people have done damage, y'all. We cannot sleep anymore. We can't. So I'm watching all this, y'all, and I'm just sitting back thinking, we cannot stop advocating for ourselves. We cannot stop talking. That's why I'm making these videos. This is not even my content because I've done this already 5 years ago. I used to go heads up with the Africans, but it was only a few of us challenging them. And we were getting pushback from black Americans. Well, they was calling themselves African Americans at the time. Leave the Africans alone. And we're like, we're not African. They gave us so much pushback 5 years ago on this stuff. And now it's just now starting to happen. Everybody's waking up. Everybody's waking up. So I'm like, okay, I guess I could talk about it, but they interfere with everything. And we were asleep. We were asleep, y'all. But we woke now. We advocating, we talking, we got our lineage, y'all. Um, Something that they can't latch on to. That's why it's important. Oh, HBCUs. Oh my God, y'all. They infiltrated the HBCUs so bad. Oh my God. They're in our sororities, they're in our fraternities. Like they infiltrated us. They was really trying to do the face off. Like they was trying to switch bodies. They was trying to switch with us. And it almost happened, y'all. So if it wasn't for um the foundational part of it, where they can't leech on to that, because they could leech on to Black Americans, they could leech on to African Americans, they can't leech on to foundational. That's why, and I know it's a lot of African Americans who y'all call yourself out there that really don't understand, because trust me, I know a lot of people who I don't talk to because they don't understand. And so the conversation is null and void talking to these people about your lineage. Do your genealogy. I don't want to tell you your story. I got my own story. Yeah, a lot of y'all did try to be kind to those immigrants. Not me though. I knew one African girl who I used to work with, and I'm gonna tell you a short story. And so we working, and we were at this training, and I believe she was from, I believe she said Nigeria, but we was working it, and we would meet up for training. She was cool. And one day we went out to lunch. We was at training, and I said, Miriam, what tribe I'm from? I'm just messing with her because I had already did my genealogy. And you know how we do. We talk to Africans. Be like, what tribe you think I'm from? So she said, she looked at me, she started laughing. And I said, what? And she said, girl, you're not from no tribe. You don't look African. I said, for real? I said, yeah, I know. My grandmother was Choctaw. But she was real with me. She could not lie to me. She started laughing. She said, girl, you ain't from no tribe. You don't even look African. I said, wow. But I've had bad experience with a lot of African women. But I'm telling y'all, do your genealogy. It's fun, it's informative. You're gonna find out so much about your family. You're gonna understand why we are saying we're foundational. But it's your journey. It's your journey, it's your story, right? So we're going to continue advocating for us. We're not going to allow people to tell our story anymore. We're not going to just think, oh, they know what's up. They don't know what's up. And they will never know. They will never understand why we would never flee America. They don't understand why we would never flee our ancestors' graves. My great 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 grandmother is buried in Mississippi. And I have to go there. I have to go. All the stuff that's going on in Mississippi, I need to go visit their graves. I think the people back in the day, like our mothers, I don't know how old you are. Like my mom said she never met an African. Like I said, they didn't infiltrate the hood. They didn't infiltrate the hood. They didn't come to the hoods. Not where I was from. I think they chose places, bigger cities. I don't think they came to smaller cities. But they did not look at them as threats. They just looked at like, oh well, these the people that the civil rights brought over here, and they went into their own separate groups. They went into Haiti town or whatever they call them, little town, Jamaica town. They had built their own little conclaves for themselves. And that's where we messed up. Because we didn't know what they were doing. But what they were doing, they was infiltrating us, y'all. And this is the result of all that 2026, all the getting up on the panels, saying these things to us. The one guy, the comedian, the Jeffrey guy, thinking that he can speak for us. Because we never really cared and said nothing because we had our own fight with white America, who they definitely don't know. We ain't really had time to think about them people. Like we fighting Big Brother over here. Y'all ain't gonna help? Nope. They said nope. We going over here and help them. But if you look at history, foundational Black American history, they always cross us. They've been crossing us for a long time. Everybody. It's really foundational Black Americans versus everybody. So I say we should not stop arguing with each other online. We know what's happening. So TPS is gone, y'all. They got probably 2.5 years to do what they're gonna do, because until Trump get out of office, the Supreme Court cleared the way for all this to happen. Like I said, Trump is pretty smart. He turned left, went around the block, came back, and came back with another. He came back with something else on him. So y'all ain't finna have no more anchor babies. That was for the children of slaves, and he said it loud and clear. You got a couple of more white people who will say something about things, but if they ain't saying reparations flat out, straight up, don't take them serious. I don't care who you are. If you can't say reparations and what we need, I don't want to talk to you. I'm not voting for you. I'm not doing anything. We have to start really holding our vote and really just looking at these people like they crazy because we strategically, I'm so happy we're at this point, y'all, because 5 years ago it felt alone. It felt bleak. It felt like we were gonna never get to this point. Like, in order to get our reparations, we need everybody, y'all, on board. All this calling yourself African American, but it ain't gonna work. Get on code. And I'm also not gonna pretend like I know what's gonna happen with this 350,000 Haitians. I don't know. But if they smart, they'll seek asylum. They'll get that ankle monitor and ride it out. That's what I would do. That's my advice to you Haitians, even though y'all some haters. But hopefully y'all see the light now. Hopefully y'all see the light. Y'all see who the real enemy is. But common sense says this is not going to happen overnight. None of this, y'all. But we are here. I'm happy we're here. It's been a long time coming. But we gotta bring common sense everywhere we go. This is about what America is going to look like when immigration policy, citizenship policy, deportation policy, and demographic change all collide, right? And Black Americans, y'all, foundational Black Americans, we are paying attention every day, all day. Ain't no more slick talk. Ain't no more slickness. Ain't no more pretending you on this end and then you over here. We see through all the bullshit. There's no more cosplaying. There's no more pretending to be us. There's no more speaking for us. There's no more none of that. We all, not all of us, but everybody's coming when they come. I think the change comes when you do your genealogy. That's why I always advocate for people, go do your genealogy, because you're not going to understand where I'm at with this until you see it for yourself, where your family direction takes you. And it may take you back to Africa. I don't know, but you have to do your genealogy. It's important, y'all. But we paying attention, immigrants, diaspora, your diaspora war, not ours. We don't have to hate on nobody. We don't have to attack nobody in our country. We don't have to get distracted anymore, y'all. We don't care who got passports and who don't. We don't care. That's not something. So you're not flexing on us, you're flexing on each other. Okay? Let's get that clear. And that's really sad, but I understand. Because that's just what we do sometimes. Because I agree a little bit. You've been over here for 20 some years and you got your passport. I get it, Haitians. But listen, foundational Black Americans, y'all, we paying attention to policies now. The law, legalese. Yeah, that constitution, them amendments. That's what we on. We can start back at Reconstruction if you want to. That's where we should have never went left. But our bad. Black Boule, get up out of here. Yeah, y'all got to go. All the secret enemies. that was holding foundational Black Americans back from knowing who they are, knowing who their people are. That day is done. Well, it sounds easy that they can capture and deport 350,000 people, but it's not, because they're only doing 2 planes a week. First, they was doing 1 plane a week. Now they're doing 2 planes a week. And on top of that, the Haitian gangs are shooting at their airplanes, so they have to drop them off in another destination. So that's why they're getting the ankle monitor, because they don't want to go back. They don't want to go back there, y'all. These people are falling out crying. They don't want to go back. They'd rather go to court. And like I said, if you really look at it, if they stretch that court seeking asylum thing out, that's going to be way past 2 years. Donald Trump going to be out of office. Then what? Especially if you get these dingback Democrats back in office. Then what? Then what? Well, we go back to men in the bathrooms. We go back to child and sex trafficking, the pedophilia. We go back to all of that, y'all. You got to remember who the enemy is and what we're dealing with. These people are sick. So we have to pay attention to policies. Because when government policy changes, the people who understand the policy are the people who are prepared for what comes next. We got to be ready at all times. So let this be entertainment. This is a commercial, the Haitians flexing. Because like you said, y'all, they don't even know their constitution. I watched the video yesterday. He didn't even know, they didn't even know their constitution, what's in there, y'all. We have to remember, we're still dealing with third world mentality people. We are the only melanin first class people. And it is what it is. Where the problems come in with them, with us. Some of them are seeking asylum with the ankle monitors. They taking it to court. A lot of them, which I would too. But y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button for your girl. I got some more bangers coming out. It's a lot of things that I need to talk about. My next video, you're gonna love it. She said the ankle monitor is not an option to stay. It's just forfeit. Oh. So the ankle monitor replaces the $2,600 to be monitored pending the... Wow. Okay. So they'd rather skip the $2,600, stay here a little longer, and have the monitor on until they get deported. Wow. Well, unfortunately, when they get deported, that's where their problems coming in at, because they're waiting to shoot them. Like they're literally have taken over the airports in downtown. So I do pray for them, for their safety, because that's just how we are. That's how we built. But my people, y'all, wake up, do your genealogy so you can join this foundational Black American train, because it feels good to finally have a lineage that is cohesive to the truth. So this is Black Culture is Lit, y'all. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. I appreciate the conversations today. Trying to build my little family up on YouTube, y'all, because I need y'all to keep watching. Thanks for watching. You've just watched Black Culture is Lit TV. Again, subscribe to the channel, join the culture, join the family. New videos every day. I need to update that. Hot topics, reactions, celebrity news, real talk, a lot of black culture stuff. I just don't watch the culture. I talk about it. I live it. I am it. Like I said, don't forget to like, comment, share with the people. Give me an algorithms from sports to culture, y'all. It's your girl Bella. I'm out. Thanks for joining.